Hey guys, DoTuneXD here, and I'm back with another sound Euphonium character analysis. Today I'm going to discuss Reina, and more specifically, her idealism. Idealism is defined as the practice of forming or pursuing ideals, especially unrealistically. Reina's ideology can be categorized as idealistic. She's someone who always believes in the best possible outcome, no matter how unrealistic or impractical it is. A great example of Reina's idealism would be the first scene in Sound Euphonium, where we see Reina's idealism clash with Kumiko's realism. In this scene, Kumiko asks Reina, "You really thought we can make nationals?" Reina's idealism led her to believe that they actually had a chance at qualifying for nationals, while Kumiko's realism led her to believe that they had no chance at qualifying for nationals. We can also see Reina's idealism in her belief that Kitauji can win at nationals, and through her aspirations of becoming a great trumpet player. This idealism ends up being both beneficial and detrimental to Reina. Let's talk about how Reina's idealism benefits her. Idealism is probably Reina's biggest strength. It's what pushes her to work hard and strive for her goals. An easy way to explain this is through the concept of self-fulfilling prophecies. A self-fulfilling prophecy is basically when you have a belief or goal which leads you to act in ways to make this belief come true. For example, a person who believes they're smart would carry out the expected behavior of a smart person, such as studying, reading books, etc. This would lead them to actually becoming smart and fulfilling their own prophecy through their actions. Reina displays this pretty heavily. Reina believes that she's a great trumpet player, thus she acts like one. She shows up to practice early, works hard, and takes practice seriously, thus reaffirming her own beliefs through actions. Furthermore, she has a goal of reaching nationals and becoming special, which also drives her to act accordingly and work hard. In these ways, Reina's idealism is very positive and beneficial to her. Despite this, Reina's idealism is also her biggest weakness. In Season 2, one of the things that starts to hold Reina back is her love for Taki-sensei. Reina's idealism leads her to falling in love with Taki-sensei and somehow believing it could actually work out. Obviously, a relationship between a 15-year-old and a grown man is crazy, but Reina still fell in love with him. She even used to wish that she could grow older just to reduce their age gap. As we've seen throughout the series, Taki-sensei is someone who's special to Reina, and Reina can't stand the idea of him loving another woman, or another woman loving him. So when Reina finds out about Taki-sensei's wife, she becomes a shell of herself. She starts to get distracted from her goal of making nationals, distances herself from Kumiko, and starts to loathe herself for being weak and so susceptible to her emotions. This leads me into Reina's dynamic with Kumiko. At first, their dynamic seems a little one-sided. We see how Reina is so beneficial to Kumiko, but not the other way around. However, as we see at the end of Season 2, Reina actually relies on Kumiko a lot as well. Reina is someone who has many ideals, but sometimes she gets lost in her idealism and becomes overly idealistic, as we see with the Taki-sensei situation. She tries to hold on to these ideals even if they're completely improbable. Kumiko, on the other hand, is more of a realist and has a more objective and realistic view on things. That's why Reina says that Kumiko, quote-unquote, says things that hit the hardest when it hurts the most, because even if the truth may hurt, Kumiko is someone who never runs away from it. Reina tries to hold on to her ideal of Taki-sensei and run away from the fact that Taki-sensei had a wife, loved her, and still loves her. However, throughout Season 2, Episode 11, Kumiko tells Reina the hard truth of the situation, even if it hurts her. In situations like this, Kumiko's realism ends up being beneficial to Reina by guiding her to the truth, thus helping her overall well-being. It's because of Kumiko's guidance that Reina is able to overcome her dilemma with Taki-sensei before nationals. To Reina, Kumiko isn't just a friend, but she's also a support system that can pull her back to reality when she needs it. And I think this is the reason why Reina was mad and disappointed that Kumiko didn't tell her about Taki-sensei's wife. Because Kumiko is supposed to be transparent and honest with her, especially since sometimes Reina gets completely lost in her ideals. But yeah guys, that's all I have for today's analysis. Let me know what you guys think about this video, whether you agree or disagree with the stuff I said. I really like Reina's portrayal of idealism because of its duality. You know, when we think of Reina, we see her as someone who's super strong mentally, which she is, and so it's interesting to see her go through and overcome these different self-conflicts. And yeah, anyways guys, please make sure to like the video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And also follow me on my other socials. I'll leave my link tree in the description. But yeah, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and take care.